What's up, kids? We are live. Once somebody gets on, let me know if they can hear me and see me okay, please. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and send this out to the world. And by the world, I mean the few thousand people that will watch. Of course, for these first few minutes, I'm always just talking to myself, and that's okay. Imagine that there's been a global increase of self-talk recently. Go ahead and get Instagram fired up. Gary says, hey, Chris, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Gary. Always a pleasure. How's the sound? Good? Just like I said, just sharing this around the world. And Gary says the sound is good. Awesome. That's good to know. It's always a crapshoot with these things. Watch out for the zombie behind you. Oh, he lives here. We got to help pay this rent. Just getting going here and sharing this around a few different places. Also, at the request of a few folks yesterday, going to do an email when we go live. The hard part of that is that I don't get the URL for the live stream until I go live. So I have to wait and do it while I'm on the thing. So if I seem distracted for the first few minutes, that's why. Multitask okay, but not gloriously. That's one of my favorite words, glorious. So if you jump on, if you have anything you'd like to talk about, any questions, comments, thoughts, opinions. I know people like to have opinions. Generally on Sunday, the attendance on these is pretty poor, and that's okay. I shouldn't say poor. I should say that not many people show up. That's all right. Like I said, the main goal here is to just give everyone a little bit of distraction. Over on Instagram, we've got Plima, we've got Danny. Welcome, Plima and Danny. Almost done sharing. Well, I'm never done sharing. I'm almost done sharing this live stream. It's fun to watch the numbers grow as I share it around everywhere. It also helps me understand the way Facebook's, I guess, algorithm. I don't know if that's the right word in this case, but the way Facebook goes about anointing people. Anointing? That is definitely not the word I was going for. Notifying. Almost done. A couple more people jumped on Instagram. I'm really surprised that people watch live streams on Instagram because it seems like it would be very difficult, but maybe that's me being a boomer. All right, and now we just need to find the YouTube link, and then we can focus. Looks like I need to shave. Best way to market on Instagram? You mean going live is, or are you asking me? Because if you're asking me, I have no idea because I'm terrible at it. I've tried stories, I've tried viral content, I've tried branded content, I've tried just being myself. I've done live streams. I had a professional do it for a while, and while he grew my channel or my whatever profile quite a bit, it didn't really lead to anything. Not that he didn't do a great job, but I just do not get it. He says, "Oh, growing it with live. All right, well, we've been doing it for a few days in a row, so hopefully that helps." It's not like a huge focus for me, but it'd still be nice. And now I'm about to send off the email. Richie says, ciao. Ciao, Richie. Good to see you again. And send. All right. All right. Now I can focus. Alexis says, hi, Chris. What happened to your skateboard? It fell over. It actually scared the daylights out of me earlier today. It was propped up, and I don't know if my neighbors were doing something, and it fell over, and I jumped a good foot. Well, maybe not a foot, but I'm probably exaggerating. I'm a marketer. I'm allowed to exaggerate. I jumped, and it startled me, and I just haven't had a chance to prop it back up yet. It's not like hung up or anything because I just don't know a good way to get there. But yeah, it just fell over. It's still laying down there, back there. So need to get that back up, though. I like to have interesting things in the background. So the email has been sent off. We'll see how many folks that adds to it. There were some questions in the group earlier. Let me see if I can't find that. The same thing's going to happen to your guitar. Just saying. It does seem to have gradually shifted, doesn't it? I'll find something to prop it up until I can get a proper stand. I mean, it's obviously very difficult to get things right now. So where was I? Where was it? Is the sound better than usual? I moved the placement of the microphone a little bit, so it's more in front of me instead of off to the side. So I'm hoping that will make the sound a little bit better. I don't have a lot of options, but you got to work with what you got, Rafiq's over in the Legiit Facebook group asked, how can I make my first sale? Rafiq's, I don't know if you're watching right now, but if you are, show me your profile and I'll give you some advice. But overall, you're just going to have to make sure that you have something that people want, that you have a well-optimized profile, a well-optimized sales page, and that you're making offers that distinguish you from other people. Because if you offer the same thing at the same price as people that have experience, they're probably going to pick the people with experience. Not that you don't have experience doing the task, but credibility within the platform, because that's what the people are going to trust, the people that are trust. I know that's a catch-22. So you may have to offer a review copy, or the amount of whatever it is that you do, you may have to bump up and make the offer a little better just until you get established. So, but if you see this and you want to share your profile with me, I'll be happy to answer it, or happy to give you some specifics like I did yesterday with the gentleman whose name I can't remember, unfortunately. I do apologize. We also have a bunch of marketing opportunities for you within the group. So you can check those out as well under the announcements. Anuj, hey, what's up, buddy? Anuj says, hi, Chris. I think the notification email is a great idea. Thank you. I can't take credit for that. Yesterday, Scott over on YouTube and I forget the gentleman's name. on Facebook both suggested it because they said they hadn't even noticed that I was doing these. It was, what was his name? Ross. That was his name. A few more folks on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? Alexis says, sounds good. I'm surprised when I say your name that my Alexa doesn't trigger. It's ignoring me, so that's a good thing. Not a lot of folks on today, but like I said, Sundays tend to be a little bit lean in that regard, and that's okay. I understand that even though things are strange right now, Sundays are still family time. But if anybody has anything they'd like to talk about, let me know. I want to give it at least another 10 minutes to make sure that the people that I emailed get a chance to open it and jump on. So we'll see how that goes. Somebody bounced. That's funny. Let's see who's winning today. Oh, it's Facebook skunking YouTube today. You're going to have to step up your game, YouTube. Oh, it's Facebook skunk. So, what's everybody up to? How's your weekend going so far? Anuj says, the new job board on Legiit is amazing. I have a couple of services on my mind to try it out. Awesome. Get them up there, man. If nothing else, it just it helps people understand what other people are looking for, even if you don't necessarily find someone, although I'm sure you will, even if you don't necessarily find someone that you need. I think it's a great addition. We're going to have to put in some more safeguards to make sure people use it in the way that it was intended to be used. I went on a bit of a rant about that yesterday, and if I was a little over the top, I do apologize. It's just frustrating. I was just a little frustrated in the moment, but that's no excuse. Anush says it seems to be getting a lot of traction right now. Let's take a look and see what's there. Maybe somebody watching this can find something that they can do. We got someone looking for Quora partnered enable accounts. Quora, the question and answer site, not the overpriced SEO software. We've got business lead generation through call. So if you know how to do lead gen, that's good for you. Google questions poster, Google local guide reviews, post on vitals, BBB reviews, Angie's List, Instagram followers, not reviews, house reviews, t-shirt design. Lots of people asking for reviews. SEO content creator, design a PDF template, do follow country-based guest post backlinks. That's really specific. That could be really good. In fact, I might look into that one myself. And let's see. 10 backlinks, 40 DA sites. Lots of bids on that one. And I'll quit reading that now that there's another question. Dawood says, when it comes to local maps, a client of mine shows up at the #1 spot when you're within a few miles. Is there a way to get them to show up a bit further away? I've done everything from Academy, but I can't seem to do anything when it comes to searching from a bit further away. How much further away are we talking about? Because yes, there are things you can do up to a certain point, but I've had people that wanted to do 50 miles away. I was like, that defeats the whole purpose of maps, because it doesn't serve the customer well to have a business show up that far away in maps. But give me an idea of how close or how far we're talking about, and then we'll see what we can talk about. On Instagram, Michael D. Gutierrez says, I look like cartoon character Victor Courtright. Look him up. I'm going to do that right now. I can already tell you, though, I'm better looking than him. Cartoon creator. Oh, okay. Victor Courtright. Were you the same guy that was asking me about Thundercats? before? If so, that makes sense because apparently this guy created Thundercats. Victor Courtright. Yeah, I can see that maybe a little bit. He's got some very strange hair, though. You know what? Let's do this. Okay, well, that explains why you were asking me about Thundercats, because I did not get that at all. Copy image address. All right, I'm going to paste the link to his picture in the comments here. I can't do it on Instagram, unfortunately, but I can do it on Facebook and YouTube. And you guys tell me if you think I look like this dude. I definitely don't have I don't even know what you call that, the top of the head ponytail like he does. Although by this time this thing's over, I may have hair long enough for it. I definitely see where you're coming from, though. We have similar facial hair. Daoud says about 7 to 10 miles, they don't show up. Okay, so some things that you can do are driving directions. You can do map, I don't know what you call it, but map area thing. What else? You can go into your citations and like list out so I'm assuming it's like a different city or a different suburb or whatever. So here in Myrtle Beach, the next portion over is called like Socastee. So you could say serving Socastee, so on and so on and so on. So I can answer that a little better offline, but if you want to PM me, but there are a few things you can do. It's a bit hard to kind of navigate through that, but yeah, there, driving directions and local content on the site and things like that. That said, Google Maps is kind of hard right now because like a lot of the features are shut off, so it may take a little bit more than normal. Sander says, did you read, and any links to it, about the court case in the UK? Yeah, somebody else asked about that recently. Michael says ban bun cool. Yeah, so basically what's going to happen is either Google's going to have to show their algorithm to this one dude in response to a case, or they're going to have to drop their algorithm as proof that they didn't screw the company and turn off their rankings, basically. So it's kind of put the EU court has kind of put them in a rock and a hard place, whether they want to show their algorithm to a dude that does SEO, or whether they want to not use that particular piece of evidence. I think it's BS personally. First of all, an SEO is not qualified to understand algorithmic programming. If they need an expert witness, what they need is somebody that understands data analysis or like a high level programmer, not an SEO. So for that, and then I don't get why Google is required to not favor anyone. It's their algorithm, it's their sandbox. I don't get why they're that regulated. So, and that would probably never happen in the United States, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I get it. It feels unfair, but for them to demote certain businesses, but it's their, it's their platform. I just don't get why that's even an issue. But yeah, I don't see how an SEO should have rights to it. That's just my opinion there. Anush says one related to Foundum. Yeah, that's the case we're talking about. Will also ruin the industry. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it depends on that particular dude. If he uses that to his advantage, then he definitely could ruin the industry. If not, then that's just one person, but it's gonna get out. If one person sees it, it's gonna get out. He should be barred from working in SEO ever again if that gets out. And like it could absolutely destroy Google's business, and there's just no way they should have to give over something that proprietary, in my opinion, to anybody, particularly someone whose entire job is to manipulate that industry, or that algorithm. Europe is not as free market as the US. Yeah, I know. So I will not dig into that comment any deeper than saying, yeah, I know, because somebody will end up getting upset. All right, folks. I've been on for about 20 minutes. And things are going well. So does anybody look at that picture? Do I look like that dude that Michael Gutierrez said that I look like? Let me see if I can share my screen. What do you think? Do I look like this guy? Let me try to mimic his expression. Do you see it or no? All right, well, nobody wants to play. That's disappointing. That tells me that everyone doesn't want to hurt my feelings, or they just don't care. All right. We've still got quite a few folks on. Anybody have anything they'd like to talk about? If not, this can be a short one, and that's okay. It's very, very random. Some days there's like an hour's worth, and some days there's just a few minutes worth. Alexis says a little. Yeah, I don't totally see it, but I can definitely see where they got there, especially because my beard, which is out of control right now, looks kind of like his. Number of people on is climbing, so that's good. I got a message from my mom. Alrighty. Got a comment on YouTube that will take several minutes to get over to StreamYard for some reason. Zamil says thumbs up on Instagram. Thumbs up to you too, Zamil. Thanks for joining us today. Over on YouTube, Alan Fordyce says, hey, Chris from the UK. Hey, Alan, good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you around in a while. Hope you're doing well. All right, well, I'm quickly running out of things to say, and I do have some client work to get back to, but we'll hang out for at least another few minutes and give everybody a chance to contribute or say whatever they want. I hope everybody's staying sane, staying strong, keeping the faith. I know we'll all get through this together. Just got to be strong, even though I know it's tough. Rope Mohammed just joined on Instagram. What's up, Rope? I've noticed, and this may be completely unrelated, but I've had a dramatic drop in subscribers on YouTube recently. And I'm wondering if maybe I had some that were fake. I never bought any that were fake, but maybe I had some that were fake because just, that just happens. Or I wonder if these live streams are actually it wouldn't cause people to unsubscribe. I don't think the content would do that, but I wonder if it harms the algorithm or something. But to me, it seems like a bit of a purge going on, and I'm not really sure why. So, and I haven't put up a regular video in quite a while, so that might be part of the problem as well. But it's just something I'm noticing. It's not a big deal. Subscribers don't pay the bills. I mean, subscriber count doesn't anyhow. Alan says, doing fine, dude. Staying safe. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Anuj says, I used, he's trying to say Upwork, but he's being nice about it. In the past for Harrow link building. Harrow, by the way, means help a reporter out. But it required too much hands-on management. I'll try to create a job on the new Legiit board for that. Awesome. That'd be perfect. I'm sure there are people that can help with that. And they probably don't get any sales like through the marketplace, or very few, because that's a very specific thing, you know? And there's probably not a lot, but when it's needed, it can be very powerful. So yeah, I'd be happy to see you list that. Alan says, for your PBN links, are you able to build for a certain niche if already have it? For the ones that I sell, it's hard to do anything niche specific in a profitable way, because you have to try to guess what's going to sell and what's going to not. And because different people determine relevance in different ways. So like I might do it by the topical trust flow, and that's cool and consider it relevant. Some other person might do it by the incoming links. Some might do it by the domain name. Some might just design it a certain way and put a logo on it of whatever topic. And even though the domain name and the past history of it has nothing to do with that, and call that relevance. So it's just, there's not a profitable way to do that, unfortunately, at least not one that I've found reliably. I would have to charge a lot, and it's just, and it would take a lot of time, and it's just, I don't think it's going to work. So the answer, I guess, to your question is no. We make the post as relevant as possible. And if you happen to send a niche that we have a PBN in, we will, of course, match you up to that. But yeah, hope that answered that. I know you asked me what time it was, and I told you how to build a watch, but that's kind of the answer. Adult Broker joined on Instagram. That's an interesting one. What's up, Adult Broker? I hope that means that you're like a finance broker and that you don't actually broker in adults, because that would be creepy. All right. I sound like Matthew McConaughey in that movie from the 90s that was about the 70s. Dazed and Confused. All right, all right, all right. And the millennials and Gen Zers have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, we've been here for about 28 minutes. If you have anything else you want to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, we can always go ahead and wrap this up. We'll see. Alexis says, for those people just starting the academy, which kind of beginner task gigs do you feel could provide some good training for newbies? For those starting the academy, which beginner tasks? I'm not real sure what you're asking me there. Are you asking where to start in the training, or what services to buy to begin with? Can you clarify what you're asking just a little bit? Because I'm not quite sure what you're looking for, you know? Javid says, where can I find the academy link? I'm so glad that you asked. I will drop that in the chat right now. It's superstarseo.com/monthly. And I just dropped that in the chat on both Facebook and YouTube. So let me see if I can find that on Facebook, and I will pin it since you asked. Alan says, cool, good job. Looking to do a rank and rent niche. So want to dominate that niche with your links, hopefully. We'll definitely be happy to help you out, and we're getting great success with them lately. So, yeah, man, hit me up. We'll be happy to take care of you. Is come on, where is it? There we go. Jonathan asks, hey, Jonathan, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. He says, do you do a lot with webinars? I do. I have an auto webinar running. I haven't done a live one for sales in quite a while, but they still convert very, very well when I do. Maybe we'll do one soon. But yeah, and then I do these live streams every day, and then some special live streams from time to time as well. And then in Superstar Academy, we do 2 live streams a month, not live streams, 2 webinars a month to help out our students. Anush says, I got some Superstar SEO PBN links, all branded anchors to the homepage, and got a site-wide boost. Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear. Always glad to help out, especially, well, I'm always glad to help out anybody, but especially someone I've known for quite a long time. Alan says, have you seen Alex Barr update on Rank and Rent plugin yet, version 2? I think I saw an email about that a while back, or like a few days ago, but I didn't really read it. No offense, Alex, if you're watching. So no, I don't really have any thoughts on that. Anush says, we'll be trying out Superstar SEO niche edit soon, waiting for the discount. You can buy 3 or more and get a discount all the time. I'll see what I can do. It just depends on what my partner wants to do. Tell Bob just joined on Instagram. What's up, Tell Bob? All right. A little bit of water here. Oh, lovely. I missed. All right, guys. What else what do you want to get into today? Can anybody hear my cat in the background wanting to get in? I have to keep him out of my work area, or he's just a huge distraction. I think I'm going to shave after this because I look like a hobo. Tomislav just joined. What's up, Tomislav? Always a pleasure. Glad you could make it today. Says hello. What's up, buddy? Anush says 3-pointer. That was what I was going for, but I bricked it something fierce. The NBA is not in my future. Hopefully it's in everybody else's future, but it's not in mine. At least not playing in it. Ellie Brown in Town just joined on Instagram. What's up, Ellie Brown in Town? Jonathan says, do you have any suggestions on email marketing software? Yes, I do. It depends on your budget and your goals. If you only have a list of like 1,000 or less, just go with MailChimp. It's fully functional. It has nice templates. It's free. I think up to 1,000. I think it's up to 1,000 subscribers, and it'll do most of what most businesses will need. If you need a little more firepower, Active Campaign is what I use for most of my businesses, and it does a lot. So one of those two. But yeah, those are probably the two. But yeah, everybody's got a different opinion on that. I've used most of them. I've used Aweber, MailChimp, Market Hero, ActiveCampaign, forgetting some. Yeah, I've used a bunch, and ActiveCampaign is my favorite, but for most people, it's a bit too powerful or a bit overpriced for what you can do for the same thing for MailChimp. Tomislav says, spent entire Sunday working on the website migration. Whew, that's no fun. Those never seem to go well. Alan says, what's your cat's name? I have 2 cats. One is named 44, and the other one is named Lionel. Alan says, can you play guitar in the background? No, I get asked about that every single time. But no, I can't. It's just there because I think it looks cool. I had about 5 minutes as a teenager where I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I never did. But I leave it there because it looks cool, and I thought it would impress girls, but that hasn't worked out. Alexis says, I heard you say one time that you don't particularly like rank and rent, but you have to do the work up front. But do you agree that is a great way for beginners to get into SEO? Yes, it's a good way to get people the SEO bug, meaning it makes them want to rank sites and get traffic from Google and things like that. What I don't like about it is that it doesn't teach you how to really do SEO, especially when we're talking about those like mass page sites, because what will happen is you'll do that and you'll rank, a few hundred pages just because of optimization in small cities and things like that. But then what happens is you don't actually learn how to do anything to rank the ones that don't rank. So that's what I think it doesn't do that well. But to get people into SEO, it's probably the best technique. That's why Becker, when he was doing SEO with SourceWave, that was what he always brought people in with, because it's really, really easy. And you can get some quick wins with it and get people, I don't want to say addicted, but get people hooked on SEO as a concept. So yeah, for a beginner, it's a great way to get started. Anush says, easy to travel to your new office during lockdown over here in Delhi, India. Can't go a couple of miles without cops pulling you over. That's rough. My city is not technically on lockdown. Most inessential businesses are closed. In fact, I think they all are. The beaches are closed. Hotels are closed. Restaurants are not closed, but they're delivery or pickup only. But grocery stores and pharmacies are still open, and you can go to those, and you can go for a walk and things like that. So I could theoretically go to the office, but I've been working from home anyway, which was fun paying the rent on a building I haven't seen in almost a month. So Jonathan says, do you have your email campaigns written for you, or do you do it yourself? I do most of it myself, like the ones that you probably got today. I did those myself, and I do that kind. But I do have, for Legiit, we do have an email manager or marketer or whatever you want to call it that handles not the roundup, but the rest of the emails you get from Legiit. He's very, very good. So used to work for Dan Locke. Alan says, has anyone come to visit you in Myrtle Beach yet? No, unfortunately not. Nobody likes me. On Instagram, xdomx says, what happened? Nothing that I know of. SJ says, hi. Hi, SJ. Good to see you. Alexis says, that's a very helpful answer. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Alexis. Glad it helped. SJ says, what is the best keyword research tool? It just depends on what you like. The ones I mainly use are SERPed, because I've had that for so long. I like BuzzSumo, although that's expensive. And then Keywords Everywhere, even though it charges now, I still get benefit out of that. And then for YouTube, I use TubeBuddy. So those are kind of the ones I like. But again, everybody has a different opinion on that. All right, going on 40 minutes now. It's been a good session as usual. I hope that the email helped a little bit. If it didn't, that's okay. But, like I said, people asked, and I like to oblige. For whatever reason, I always get more people on Facebook, except for one time. And I'm not really sure why. I would think that it'd be more comfortable watching a live video on YouTube, but apparently not. All right, guys, we will go to 45 minutes if the questions and conversation don't pick back up. So we got about 4.5 minutes left in that scenario. Do you like Uber Suggest? It's a decent tool. I don't like all the pop-ups that he has on it and on his site, though. It's that's frustrating. I get why he does it, but it doesn't. For me, it doesn't. And I don't think it's free anymore. So that was where I sent people that needed a free tool. But yeah. Alan says, I'll come visit when this situation is all over. If you come visit the UK, I'd like to visit the UK eventually. I don't even have a passport right now, but I will. I'd like to come over there someday. I'd love to come see some of the folks I've had the pleasure of knowing over the last few years. Craig Griffiths, you, some other people, John. But yeah, I can see that happening eventually, hopefully. All right, let's check out YouTube. All right. Seems like we're winding down a little bit. Muffy the Cat joined on Instagram, and Instagram usernames crack me up. Like I say, we'll go to about 45 minutes, which is about 2 minutes from now, unless there's anything else anyone would like to talk about. And of course, we can always do it again tomorrow. We will do it again tomorrow. I hope everyone's enjoying these. I know I certainly do. It helps break up the day, helps handle the monotony, and it's just a good thing for everyone, I hope. I hope everyone's had a chance to check out our sexy new job board over on Legiit. We put a lot of effort into that, and I think it's going to be a big help to people, that both customers and freelancers. So I'm going to go ahead and plop that in the chat right now. That's about as close as I'm going to get to promoting anything. Joy says, what is your suggestion to build up my career as a lead gen expert on Legiit? Build up my career? Maybe you mean career? There is a offer right now on the job board for looking for lead gen people. So that'd be one thing. You can, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You can make sure your profile is well optimized. You make sure that you take advantage of all the free marketing opportunities that we give you. Both wow, we just had a whole bunch of people sign on. That's strange. Both the Facebook group, the email. We're actually going to have some new advertising opportunities coming out tomorrow, so that'll be helpful, I think. So that's a few things. It's a bit tough to answer on a live like this, but you can do that. You can share it in the group on Mondays, which is tomorrow. You can respond to people that need it, and then you can promote it on the homepage or on the category pages. There's lots of things you can do. If you look in the group that you're in right now, You can look under announcements. There's a post on there with resources for making sales. So lots and lots of different things you can do. Alan says, what are you doing for the rest of the day? I've got some more work to do for the next few hours. And then we've got WrestleMania Part 2 tonight. So, of course, I'm looking forward to that. What about you? That's probably already night over there. So you're probably winding down. RL Saunders says, which vendor do you recommend for DaaS gigs? I recommend RankJacker. I will get you a link to it right now. Actually. Here you go, RL. I'm going to drop that in the chat. It'll show up both on Facebook and YouTube, I think. Alan says, it's a nice new website, man. Thank you very much. Is there any new banners, etc., to promote the new Legiit website? We have some resources like that. I'll have to find the link. I don't have it handy. But we do have some banners and things that you can download. Let me see if I have it in files. It says it's 8 p.m. over there at the moment. Here you go, Alan. Drop that in the chat for you. Oops. Sir Pill says hello. Hello, Sir Pill. Good to see you. Alan says it's 8 p.m. over there. RL says, thank you. Recommendation for social profiles and citations also. Where's that dude that was here yesterday? I'll go ahead and promote his profile service just because he was trying. Now, I haven't used this one, but he was asking on how to get a sale, and I think given the opportunity, he would do a good job. So I'm going to drop that. And then for citations, I recommend me. If I can find the link. And there you go. That's the citation one. So I hope that helps. Yusuf says hi. Hey, what's up, Yusuf? Good to see you. Alan says, cool. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Alan. WB Keem on Instagram says question mark. Exclamation point. I'm sorry, buddy. If you have a question, let me know. I'm not sure what you're asking me, though. If you are one of the folks that is PMing me right now, I will, lost my train of thought. I will hook you up soon. I'll respond as soon as I get done. Scott says, hi, Chris. I've had no internet all day. Oh, man, that's rough. Sorry to hear that, man, buddy. At least you seem to have it now. But, yeah, that had to be tough. I tried to tag you when I made this post in the Facebook group about the notifications, but I couldn't find you. I couldn't find your, what do you call it? I couldn't find your profile. Saddam Bana on Instagram wants to join, and he gives me a thumbs up. I'm not going to bring you on, Saddam, but I'm glad you're here. Tillman Matt says hello from Istanbul. Hello, Tillman, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in the United States. Glad to see you here. It's interesting. Like the amount of people on has just like doubled. I wonder if I got shared on Reddit again. I dropped them in both, RL. Let me see if I can just do it on Facebook for you. It's supposed to push them to both, but I'll hook you up. Give me just a sec. Let me see if I can just do it on Facebook for you. It's supposed to push them. There you go, RL. Hope that helps. Ross says, hey, Chris, glad I caught you. You're live. Anywhere I can get one of those nifty Legiit t-shirts? Yeah, normally we have the merch store link in the footer. We're actually moving that from Shopify over to, what do you call it? WooCommerce. So it may not be up at the moment, but once it is, we'll get it. You'll be able to hook you up with one of those. So I wear one every day. I have 2 versions. Well, 3, I think, actually. And they're pretty comfy, actually. And it takes away, another decision for me to make every day, and free advertising. So win-win-win. I don't know what this part of it had to do with it, but all right, let me know if you got those okay. Joy says, I'm new on Legiit. Just a few days ago, I heard about Legiit from my friend. I've already opened 2 services. I think Legiit is a fantastic site. It's too easy to use. I believe it's going to be better than Fiverr. And that makes me so happy. Arl, I replied to your comment with them. Are you not getting them? Thanks for the kind words, Joy. All right, let me try this. Not sure what's going on. If not, dude, I'll PM you after. I just tagged you. Hopefully that will show you where they are. If not, like I say, I'll just PM you after I get off the live. So, still got quite a few people on. For some reason, YouTube surged in the last few minutes. Not sure why. When I say surged, it went from basically nobody up to like 7. I just don't get engagement on YouTube like I do on Facebook. Not sure why. Smoking Mauve just joined on Instagram. Well, what's up, Smoking Mauve? Mauve is not really a color I think of when I think of smoking. Scott says, are you seeing a drop in conversions of high-value courses, but a spike in those less than 200? I don't have the data to back that up. I've got friends that say they're crushing it. Others not so much, but I don't have data of my own to support that one way or the other. That said, I would think that low-dollar courses would probably do well right now. I'm actually going to be putting out a new freelancing course in the next, hopefully this week. So be on the lookout for that. All right. We've been here for 55 minutes. And anybody else have anything they would like to talk about? Good session as always. I think that the email broadcast will help some. Over on YouTube, and I can't show it yet because it takes a while, but Kamar Gamer says, hi there. I just checked my email. Oh, okay. Well, like I say, I can't send it ahead of time because it doesn't generate the link until I go live. I guess I could try to schedule it like 10 minutes out or something, but I have a feeling that if I'm not live, when people click on the link, they're not going to come. They're not going to stick. So, Ross asks, are you guys on lockdown stateside like the UK? Every state is different because technically, not technically, but in a sense, the United States is not a country, but as much as it is 50 different states. So each state is doing things a little differently. You can have your own opinion on the wisdom of that or not, where many of them are, all but 9 have a stay-at-home order. The one that I live in does not, but it may as well because most non-essential businesses are closed. The beaches are closed, hotels, restaurants, most anything other than places to buy food or medicine are closed. And, but they aren't like keeping you in the house. So we're not technically under a stay-at-home order, but we may as well be. Alan says, we'll talk again soon, buddy. All right, Alan, always a pleasure. Good to see you, my man. Kamar says, hi there. Just checked your email. I already covered that. It's me, Kamar Amin. Awesome. Kamar does great graphic design work. Tillman says, Chris, what do you think about ad arbitrage? I don't know how that works. I haven't done that. I assume that means where I'm not going to even pretend like I know what that means. Like I know what both of those words mean, but I don't know how that would work. So I don't have an opinion on it. Ross says we can leave the house to buy food and medicine and 1 form of exercise a day. I think majority of Europe is on the same, if not stricter orders. Mad times. Yeah, definitely is. I actually know another country that I interact with quite a bit that is on even stricter orders. Like if you go very far out of your house, they're like going to arrest you, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because, Kamar says, so I have a question are you promoting your website or not? Of course. I mean, if you're talking about Legiit, of course we're promoting Legiit. Because I don't see new buyer requests daily. Well, we just launched that feature less than a week ago. So yes, we are promoting our site. And no, the reason you're not seeing them daily is because they, like I say, it's less than a week old and people aren't used to it yet. And I had to clear out a bunch of assholes that were using it as sellers to promote their service as opposed to customers that were listing their service. No, customers aren't used to it yet. So yes, we are promoting it. And yes, over time you will see more. But no, it's only been there for 3 or 4 days. So they're less than a week. So that's why. And of course, it took less than a week for people to start using it improperly. So now I have to use more of my development time to put in filters and then more support time to moderate these things because we can't have nice things because people can't use things the way they're intended. Yes, we are promoting our website. I'm going to go ahead and end Instagram because we have a minute left. Thanks, Instagram. See you next time. Alan says, enjoy the wrestling later. Thank you, Alan. RL says, thank you. So you did find those? If so, that's great. Kamar says, I'm really excited to establish a name on this awesome platform. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry if I got a little testy there. That question triggers me. I'm not going to lie. But yes, Jim and I and the rest of the team spend literally every waking hour there thinking about ways to get that out there. And you are going to get, I can't say just why just yet, but I predict that you are going to get some sales very soon because of something that's going to come out. Kamar says he got his first order on his very first day. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'd love to hear stories like that. Andy says, hey, Chris, do you recommend anything for GMB maintenance for clients without login to every account? Yes, Local Viking. Assuming you're asking a tool for, yes, Local Viking is perfect. You can add, depending on your account level, you can add a ton of them. And I'm going to drop that in the chat for you via my affiliate link because it works better that way. Not really, but I get commission. Yeah, Local Viking is perfect for what you're asking there. You can like do your posts and all that stuff directly from its dashboard, and you don't have to log into each one. You know, they apparently have people with hundreds of them. So that's exactly what you're looking for there is Local Viking. And if you look at my channel, there's a replay of a webinar I did with Nate. That's like the owner, founder, creator, whatever of it. Philip says, what's today's conversation about? I don't really come into these with a specific topic. Mostly we just want to hang out and, talk about whatever you want to talk about and just, kick it together. As I probably sound like a boomer just then, but, just kind of get along, have a bit of community that we're all kind of lacking right now. And I'll, answer any questions or talk about any topics or anything like that you want. And just sharing Instagram. Sorry about that. Just got distracted. These things are the devil that way. Kamar says, where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, on the East Coast of the United States. I've lived here the majority of my life. We got another question. I don't want to miss anybody. Scott says, if you were in the Olympics, which event would you do? Walking, because I'm a walker and the marketing opportunities would crush it. See what I did there? Hector says, what's a good social media tool to automate your post? If you have some budget, the best one by miles is Agora Pulse, but it's expensive. Less than that, you want to go with later.com. It does pretty well as well. That's what I've used both of those in recent months, or within the last year, I should say. Kamar says, what is the condition of COVID on your country? The United States is so big, it's different. It's dramatically different in different places. New York is having a very, very difficult time, and I'm thinking of them a lot. Other parts of the country aren't being hit as hard. So it really just depends on the area. New York and a few other places, though, are really taking a beating, and people are in bad shape there. So Philip says, I'm from New York on the job search for something in SEO. I was just laid off from my recent job managing paid ads. I'm sorry to hear that, man. There's a lot of that going around. Just keep at it. It's a great time. I mean, it's probably not what you want to hear, but it's a great time to build up your own things. But yeah, just hang in there, keep working, keep searching, Seriously? Ross says, hey, Chris, what kind of PC setup are you using there? I have I don't know. It's a gaming computer. It's an iBuyPower that I bought from Best Buy. It was like $3,000 or something. I have the same one at my office. It's really cool looking. It's really powerful. I don't game, but gaming computers tend to be the most powerful ones. Kamar says, best wishes. Best wishes to you as well, Kamar. Andy says, thanks, Chris, for Viking local Viking. See you next time. Ciao from Houston. Ciao, Andy. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour and 6 minutes. We're probably going to wrap up soon because I have some other things I've got to take care of. And any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, anything you want to talk about before we dip out and call it a day and do this again tomorrow? Let me know. I will go for another 3 minutes, engagement or not. So, Scott, if there's a legit, oh, for fuck's sake, this is exactly what I was talking about. Somebody's posting like on the job board as if they're a seller. Yeah, you can just report them to support, Scott. We're going to have to spend more development time and putting that into things in place rather than working on cool things that will help the platform because people can't use it the right way. So I'm sorry if this really has been irritating me the last couple of days. But yeah, just report them to support. I'll take care of this one as soon as I get off of here. But yeah, just report them to support for now, and then we'll have a report button soon. And that's going to eat up more time for my support staff, more time for my development staff, and less time. We're all working on things to make the platform better. So be sure to thank people like that for wasting our time. Philip says, do you have any recommendations on improving SEO skills with this downtime? Certifications, practice, courses, etc. Yeah, if you want a free course, I have some very, very basic stuff on YouTube. You can check that out at SEO101.training. If you have a little bit to spend, I have a paid course as well that I think is very, very comprehensive. And I'll drop that in the chat as well. Those are kind of the places I would start. It depends on, if you have a little bit of budget or not. Probably not, but no offense. But so check both of those out. And then, of course, you can always come on these and ask questions and things too. Hector asks, how did you get into SEO? So this is the story all about how my life got turned upside down. I was in some credit card debt in, I want to say 2012 from some poor choices I had made. And I was looking for ways to make a little bit of cash. And then I stumbled across a page that had used to been a blog that was about professional wrestling, but the guy that did it no longer owned it or whatever. I mean, he owned it still, but he no longer ran it. And he just had a page there talking about how he was too busy making his living doing affiliate marketing. So I was like, well, that sounds cool. So I started Googling affiliate marketing and I found Warrior Forum and I read and tried some things. And I then stumbled on a Warrior special offer for a course called Bring the Fresh. And that taught me how to set up my first SEO site, which still exists to this day, although it's been heavily neglected. And I eventually got that ranked #1 for get rid of cable. Now, I didn't even realize what I was doing was SEO. I just thought what I was doing was affiliate marketing. And then that got hit by Penguin 2.0, 3.0, whatever the one in 2014 was. And I lost most of my revenue and ranking literally overnight. And that sucked. But then I felt like there was still opportunity there. So I took another course and then I bought another one called Source Phoenix from Alex Becker. And then one thing just has kind of led to another since then. So that's kind of my origin story. as far as SEO goes. Ross says, take it easy, Chris. I'm out. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Plus, hope so, Ross. Always a pleasure. Kamar says, nice to talk to you, Chris. See you next time. See you next time, Kamar. Rana says, I'm joining now, and thanks for the email. Thank you, Rana. Thanks for joining. I'm glad the email was helpful. That was thanks to Scott and to others for making that suggestion yesterday. I think that's going to help make these more fun. All right, guys, I got to get some more work done, and WrestleMania starts in a couple of hours. So, priorities. Rana says, and Reddit is updated now. We not give if do follow link Reddit shortly explain. If you mean that video I made a few years ago, that's changed a lot. I think there are still ways to get do follow links, but it doesn't work the way I showed in that video anymore. Please schedule a premiere next time so we can join live stream on time. I'll try that, but I don't know that this software will allow it. And I find that I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Usually I'm just like, all right, now I have time for live stream, and I just get it going. So I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up. I have other things I got to get to tonight. I'm glad you could all come on. We had a great session, and it's very fun. Very much enjoyed it. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Figure out what you want out of life. Go out and get it because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.